My name is Dave Mayu, and I'm the Director of Communications for the Port of Nanaimo. I'm here today with George Harapowicz from HEROLD Engineering. He's one of the owners of HEROLD Engineering. And we're here on our third version of Port Connect. We ran one face-to-face in 2018 and another in 2019, face-to-face here at the port. And this year we're doing a virtual presentation for obvious reasons, for the safety of employers as well as of the participants who are coming and looking for different avenues in their careers. So what we're doing is I will be asking George some questions and talk about trends and things that the firm is looking for. And we'll just run through those, and then you'll have a chance to contact George directly. There'll be some information up on the screen on how to contact them and contact Work BC Nanaimo. Work BC Nanaimo is one of our partners in doing this presentation, and we do this specifically with them because they are tied in with so closely with the employment scene here in the Mid-Island region. Port Connect is basically put together because we have very specific skill sets of people looking for different types of jobs that comes to them because a port is in the Mid-Island area. So with that, I'll just move forward and then ask George if he wouldn't mind introducing himself, and we'll go from there. George, how are you doing this morning?
Good, good. Thank you, David.
Yeah.
My name is George Harapowicz. As David had indicated, I'm an owner and principal with HEROLD Engineering. HEROLD Engineering is a Nanaimo-based engineering consulting firm. We specialize in marine works, civil works, and structural engineering. Currently, we have a staffing level of over 70 staff, including 37 engineers and over 30 technologists. We have offices in Nanaimo, Victoria, and Ucluelet.
Okay. George, are there any trends that are going on in your industry that you're noticing from your perspective as an engineering firm related to our industry?
We notice it's a very active market out there in the marine, the activity in the marine works. It's for design and construction administration, basically what we are involved in. There's a fair bit of activity from the local marinas to the major Canadian and like the Port Authority facilities as well.
Okay. And how long have you been with the firm and working with the marine-based industry?
I've been with HEROLD Engineering for 20 years,
okay.
And I've been in the engineering industry for over 40.
Over 40.
And yeah, so we've been active. Our company is active in, like, say, the marine works. We do buildings, we do structures, we do infrastructure, and we have been providing that service to throughout BC, mainly on Vancouver Island.
Right.
We do a lot of work for the Port Authority in Nanaimo and the Port Authority in Port Alberni.
Right. So you have a bit of a reach beyond the island as well. It gives you another perspective, but your primary core work, I guess, is more Mid-Island oriented, correct?
That's correct. And down south in Victoria, and we do work for the Government of Canada in Esquimalt.
Right. Right. Okay. So because you've been to draw on that experience then, George, do you think that there's a real distinct skill set, or is there anything that happens with the marine related business versus other parts of the engineering work that you do?
It's more of a specialized activity. Like for us, we do the designs and construction administration. So we're looking at designing docks, gangways. We do condition assessments of existing facilities. We also do the rehab and remediation designs, and we do load ratings of a lot of the marine structures. So we're actively involved in the consulting business with a lot of the structures have a certain design life, and they have to be reviewed and checked. And so we're actively involved that way.
Okay. So being specialized, I would expect that there'd be a fair amount of expertise you'd have to have coming to your firm to be working with you. What are you looking for in terms of the type of person that would qualify to work with HEROLD Engineering?
We're always actively looking for good qualified staff, being engineers or technologists, people that are have a good mindset, work ethic, and we generally, if it is in engineering, we do multidisciplinary, like I indicated, with the marine and structural and civil work. So we're always looking for staff, being either engineers or technologists, that can support our team.
Okay. So do you find that people would come straight out of university, or would they come from other jobs to be able to work with you? Do you get a combination of that?
We do get a combination. We actively, hire co-op students from the university. That's where we're giving back to the community. We always hire
Right.
2 to 3 co-op students per session, and then when we do hire, we look at people coming out of the university or the technology schools. We're always actively looking, and if people come in and they have the right attitude, they have the good skill set, then and they can fit in with what we're doing, then it's a positive.
Okay, interesting, because it's not only the skill set. You mentioned attitude. What is it that you're looking for in terms of that? What type of attributes are you looking for there?
Like anything else, you need somebody who can communicate and get along with others.
Right.
If you have a client, you got to be able to communicate with the client, making sure he's aware of what's going on and how things are progressing on his project, and being transparent so that he knows exactly what he's expecting and what he's getting.
Right. Okay. And I know that from the port side, there's so many regulations that are in place, very distinct for water oriented ocean, and takes into account environmental issues as well as a whole host of other things. I would expect there's a lot of stop and start. There's a lot of expectations that maybe clients have in terms of the build that you have to field and kind of juggle at times. Would that be true?
That's correct. But at the onset of any project, we would get our team set up with environmental experts, biology experts, people that know what is required when you're doing a marine project. And we start the process very early in the design stage, making sure we do have the proper approvals in order to proceed. There's certain windows in that one can do work within the oceans and bodies of water, and we have to be very aware of that.
Okay. Are there any examples of buildings? I know that the one example, I'm sitting in the administration as the passenger terminal here at the Nanaimo Assembly Wharf. That's an example of a build that you were intimately involved with. Are there any other ones that be of note?
Yes. Well, currently we're involved with Western Canada Marine Response Group. They're building numerous facilities up and down the island, and we're involved in 2 of those projects. One is located at the Nanaimo Port Authority at the Assembly Wharf, and the other one's at the Port Alberni facility. Right. Both projects involve an operations administration building and a docking facility for their response vessels. Right. Both projects are valued at over $20 million in construction. So it's a big investment that the government has through Western Marine Response to protect our environment. Right. Should anything happen.
Interesting. And I suppose once you can say the jobs that are created through that process, as well as once they're in place, provide a lot of economic benefits for the region. So there's a role that HEROLD Engineering is playing there.
Yes, yeah, there's a big role from design and into the construction reviews and ensuring all works are constructed in accordance with the BC Building Code and National Building Codes and the environmental requirements.
Right, very interesting. And George, what would be the best way for candidates or anybody working and interested in your firm? What would be the best way for them to contact you?
The best way would be through an email. And sending an email to myself or to the corporate email address. And we would get back to the people and either set up a meeting or a Zoom meeting or communicate back and forth. We work actively with the various companies within the region who are, either headhunters or also job opportunities for the various people that are looking for work. We can and our webpage. You can have a look on our webpage, and we have positions always noted and posted what we're looking for.
And that's heroldengineering.com.
That's correct.
That's right. Okay. One of the things that struck me about the process when somebody's working on a project, that because of that project, they're upgrading their skills based on the experience in the project. So I would, and tell me if I'm wrong, would it make sense that somebody needs to update the information as they progress through different projects so that you're aware of their improvement or their range of experience?
That's correct. It's anybody who's updating a resume should always keep it up to date. Don't keep it generic. Keep it more specific to the job application that you're applying for.
Right.
So, and keep it current. If you've worked in a job where you gain certain experience, it's a benefit for you, and it'll be a benefit for the company that you're applying to.
Right. Okay. And I know that just in any type of thing, there's an amount of trust that's built is based on a relationship. So I would expect that's important for people to keep building that relationship over the years once they've made contact with you.
That's correct. Relationships are very important.
Great. Thanks, George. I think we've covered everything. Is there anything else you wanted to say, or we pretty much got it?
I think we pretty much got it. And
okay.
Thank you very much. And good luck to all the people that are looking for opportunities in the marine works.
Okay. Well, great. Thanks, George. HEROLD Engineering, we're very fortunate to have George on today. HEROLD Engineering is one of the more professional companies that we have on the island. And it's right here in our backyard, Victoria and Ucluelet, as George had mentioned. And we want to thank all the viewers for dialing in, linking in with us today. And we'll have information up on the screen so that you can contact George directly or through our Work BC Nanaimo partners that are on the call with us as well. So thanks very much and good luck in your search.